The way we create music has changed a lot, but probably you haven't noticed. Today I'm going to show you how to combine three absolutely different worlds into one. I'm going to use the drum break from this old vinyl record, then I'm going to use the bass guitar from the present, and I'll finish it all with artificial intelligence from the future. Instead of saying that AI is going to completely replace beatmakers, I'm saying that modern technology is going to enhance our work and help us. But first I'm going to tell you about this vinyl record that I just picked up from the post office. I'm going to sample it. So this vinyl record is from 1975, Yugoslavia, but it actually came to me from Slovenia. I ordered it on the website discogs.com and it helps me a lot recently because I have been ordering lots of vinyl records there. As you can notice, it's a single, 7-inch single with a bigger hole in the middle because back in the days jukeboxes were popular mainly in the USA and it helped them to operate better and quicker instead of having the smaller hole as the usual 12-inch LPs. So we use an adapter like this. It is side A, and let's listen to the sample I was looking for. There is a nice drum break in the beginning. It plays alongside with bass, but I'll figure something out. Let's record into the MPC. But there is bass in there, and now modern technology can help us a lot because previously we could only dream about removing some other instruments from the track. Now it's absolutely possible even in the standalone MPC, and you can find stem separation not only here but in Logic, Rip-X, Serato sample and in many other places. So it removed the bass entirely, listen. Of course I need to edit the drums because they sound dry, but after editing, man, they are going to sound so fantastic. So after recording, I loaded the drum break into Ableton because today I want to edit everything in Ableton and, you know, set the markers, be very precise. Listen to how it sounds without any plugins. Which is already nice, but with plugins. Whoa. This is so dope. Very, very old school, and I just was thinking that probably I would enjoy having the 5-minute long version of one and the same repetitive drum break loop because it sounds so fantastic, with maybe 9 MCs rapping on top. Hello to Wu-Tang Clan. But I understand that today it's quite difficult to impress people with just only one simple drum break loop, although very cool, playing in the background. And for me it's more difficult to start with the drums because then I have a lot of ideas and variations, what melodic sample would fit it most, and so on and so forth. But then I remembered that we are in the new era of beatmaking right now, so I decided to load this drum break into Suno AI, which is one of the most popular AI tools for music creation, and I'm running the latest 4.5 version. I just loaded the drum break as it is, and it gave me a lot of options. I tried it multiple times, and I figured out that these two sparked my creativity. Listen to the first one and pay attention to the bass line. It's simple, but I like it. Then it's just a whole different track, but the bass line in the beginning. I decided to go with something like that. And there was a second option, maybe not the second, but one more option that I enjoyed. And listen to the saxophone. And this will absolutely blow your mind. This is so Eric B. and Rakim or something like this. I can't understand how AI music creation works. It gets the idea of everything that exists nowadays and then recreates in its own way, so to say. But this, I don't know, write down in the comments. For me, it sounds extremely familiar. I think I know some track that resembles like 90% this saxophone loop. I'm not sure if this is something like Eric B. and Rakim. I think this is more pop, but let me know in the comments if you have a similar vibe of this saxophone. Then it's something not usable again, but saxophone, I'm taking it. So I decided not to just stem out the bass line from the first variation. I decided to make it a bit more complicated, yet more enjoyable and interesting. I invited a real bass guitar player. So this is what we recorded without any plugins. And now with. I like it a lot. There are some variations that are happening later, but more or less it's the same bass line. Then this percussion loop, which is again a very famous sample that a lot of people used, but from this sample I'm taking only the percussion because I rolled out all of the frequencies. It's a famous track like this, but I'm taking only one small part to add some dynamics into our development. Maybe in the chorus, maybe just later in the verse. So without... Just as simple as that, but already it gives more dynamics. And now, this cherry on top, the saxophone loop, which I also could invite some real saxophone player, but I just decided to stem it out because it sounds already nice, without all the plugins. Which is already nice, and with plugins, just a little more spark to it. It resembles me of some beat. So groovy, I like it a lot. And then with electric guitar, we try to re-record the melody of this saxophone, replay it a little, and without any effects, it sounds like this. And with effects... I like it a lot. I like what we did. So this is the real future of the real beat making. But anyway, if it brings you joy to make a track, to produce a track with one single click in Suno AI and some other similar tools, I'm absolutely fine with it. I enjoy the fact that nowadays we have different options how to make music. We can go from far left extreme to far right extreme, so to say. We can choose MPC 3000 and work with floppy disks, work with vinyl. We can choose Suno AI and make a track with one click of a button and make a track with lyrics, with everything. It's already mixed and mastered, ready for publishing and so on and so forth. And we can choose something in between. Like in this example, there is a drum break from the vinyl with stem separation. There is a sample from another track with just EQing. There is the Suno AI that gave this idea, that triggered our creativity. We re-recorded this bass line. We recorded, okay, the saxophone. Yes, it gave us this wonderful, fantastic saxophone, which I think is the cherry of this entire, like the beat and the saxophone. Okay, and the bass line is so dope. I like what it suggested, and I just worked with what it suggested. I made it better. At least I think that I made it better. I didn't find any ready option to go. Yes, do you want to have the food in or to go? I stayed in the restaurant of this Ableton, Suno, and MPC and production. I had fun with it. I spent time with it. I belong to this track, and this track belongs to me now. I think you understand what I'm saying. So, altogether, the finished project sounds like this. And I remind you that if you want to learn these instruments professionally, MPC, Push 3 or Roland, sign up for a lesson or course with me. The link is in the description. But of course this is not everything about sampling and beat making. I have so much more to say in these videos right here. See you later.